Hello. Uh, naming. Snedios names. Uh, this is a stream I've been wanting to do for a while. Just talking about games I like. Good ones. Mostly. Mostly, but we'll get there. We'll get there when we do. Um, but I wanted to wait because I wanted to finish Undertale Yellow first because I started that game in 2023, and you could argue I played most of it in 2024, so it's more of a 2024 game I play. But I really wanted to put it in here. Um, so let's just hop in. Let me move myself slightly. There we go. Alright, so let's talk video games. Last year, this is just starting from the top here. I played Ghost Catchers on stream. That was a cute little game. A little bit of little like 5 to 10 minute ghost catch game. Just a cute little thing someone made for Halloween. I forgot to give these the names. This is like a must-play. A is like high recommend. That's with one C. B is solid recommend. C is like if you really like the genre. D, maybe not. Add a row below. Make said row green. F, please no. If anything gets into F, please don't play it. I'm actually begging you to not. Don't do it to yourself. But Ghost Catchers. Ghost Catchers is like... It's very short. It's just a cute looking game where you do a little bit of puzzle. And I don't know, I think it's like a solid recommend by virtue of just being so short and also free. That helps. Yeah, I don't know. Solid B. Like, it's a cute little catch ghost game. Less cute catch ghost game. World of Horrors. World of Horrors is pretty dope, honestly. Like, this is a very solid, like, roguelike horror game, which is a very interesting, mix of genres. I'm gonna put it like here in A. You get these really cool designs and premises, and like this very oh god. Let me make sure I don't accidentally say the wrong name. Uh. Junji Ito. So it's a very Junji Ito-esque art style this game has, and it's really cool. Mechanically, I actually really like it. I like how it definitely has like a horror gamey vibe, but it doesn't make your character feel too underpowered compared to everything it's throwing at you. But you do feel, in a way, helpless, even though you're not really. That's pretty cool. Yeah, visuals are great. I think it's a very... If you remotely like horror, this is probably a must play. And honestly, for roguelike fans, I would also probably recommend this. It's very cool. Delta Traveler. So this is a game I played off stream. Same as World of Horror. And it's pretty fun little fan game. Pretty neat. I like it. It's cute. It's pretty fucking funny. Not gonna lie. Let me actually get some music from that game playing, because the original songs they put in that game, kind of go hard. Pretty good. Hang on, let me turn this up. This is the first boss scene, by the way. I'm gonna start talking over it now, but yeah, this shit's solid. Like, this is a really good fan game. The worst I can say about it is that the writing is not always on point, and sometimes the fights are a little obtuse. But there's so much effort put into here. There's some great sprite work. There's some really funny jokes. This is such a hilarious game. I love the idea of them just taking that one stupid, like, Chris, where the fuck are we meme, and then making an entire game around that idea. And actually doing, like, a couple of interesting things with that. Because in the current version, like, you got 3, like, sections to it, right? You got the first one, which is just Undertale. You got the second one, which is Earthbound, and then the third one is Underfell. Then the next one's gonna be Link to the Past, I believe, which is also, I'm very excited about that. God, this song. It's pretty cool. This is like a very good fan game. I think this is like high recommend below World of Horror, but yeah, absolutely goes hard. Next up. Oh, this one. So this one I technically, and only technically, did not play. But I'm putting it on here because I watched a friend of mine, Glitter Bite VT, Jackie Myers. They played this game called Tyrion Cuthbert, and let me actually switch over to some of the music from that game because holy shit. Oh, this song's so cozy. So Tyrion Cuthbert, I technically did not play this game, but I was in chat for like the entirety of those streams that friend did, that Jackie did, and I mean, I was, I was spitballing with Jackie in chat, and I was like talking to them a lot about this game, and it's a visual novel, so like, I feel like it's fine to put this on here. I don't think it's that huge of an issue. And what a game. What a fun game. I'm a huge Ace Attorney fan. I love Ace Attorney. And I've been kind of on a little bit of a drought lately, after Great Ace Attorney 2, and that was great, but then this game came along. Starting off, it was a little rough. The designs they take a little getting used to. They're like, especially early on, they feel a little generic, especially the main character Tyrion. But later on, they got a lot better, and I think the characters themselves are really strong. I don't think Tyrion's design is that good, but Tyrion himself is such a good protagonist. This game has a Maya. It has an iconic weird girl, as Ace Attorney games are known to have. And her name's Celeste. She's Celeste. She's good. This is her song, by the way. This is her theme song. And it's so good. They have like a very cute, dynamic... I think the actual trials are really cool. There's some dope shit this game does. I think it takes a little bit of getting used to early on, and at the end it kind of fumbles the bag a bit. But like, from the start, from like the midway point of the first trial to like little over half of the last one, I would say this game is like, oh, these people knew what the fuck they were doing with Ace Attorney, and it's fun. It's very cute. I like it, and therefore I am going to put it in a solid high recommend. High recommend. I would very much recommend this to anyone who is like even remotely interested in Ace Attorney. Even if they haven't played an Ace Attorney game, I think you could get a lot out of this. Okay, I actually want to go out of order a little bit and talk about the next game that I technically did not play, but I really wanted to put on here because goddamn, Fate is so fucking cool. Fate is so fucking cool. So, Uh, viewers of this other channel probably know, but Macriah Albert's been playing this game, this little game called Fate, with a friend of theirs called Anya. And I've been watching those streams a lot, and it's a visual novel. I've been there for all those streams. What a fucking game, man. Let me get some music of that shit playing. Hang on. Because the music in that game is also good. That's gonna be a recurring thing. Good music. Where? I think, yeah, here we go. Fate Stay Night. So technically, this is just about the Fate route, because they played through Fate until the end of the year. And I'm a little familiar with Unlimited Blade Works because I watched parts of the abridged anime with no context. But that's fun. That was fun. But actually, as someone who had no interest in Fate, watching that Fate playthrough, fucks, that was so good. I'm just gonna put a link to Whack in chat again, as I am known to do every so often. See that pop up? See this URL? Go there, watch those Fate streams. Fate Stay Night's Fate route is already peak, and like the fact that a lot of people are like, oh, it's probably the worst one, that are actually fans of that game, blows my mind. This shit's so good. I think it does fumble a little bit, like it stumbles. It's not perfect. Like it has a few moments where the writing aren't perfect. They're fine. They're all right. But when this shit hits, it's peak. There's some incredibly cool shit in this game. The music's good, by the way, as you might be able to hear. One thing that surprised me is the art style wasn't really that appealing to me, but they actually do a lot of fun expressions with the characters, and I think a lot of the writing is actually surprisingly really funny. One thing that really surprised me is to those who watched just Unlimited Blade Works Abridged, like me, I was surprised how not that exaggerated Rin is as a character. Like, I expected her to be way more of like a basic tsundere and regular Fate. Nah, she's still this like funny autism creature that's just really goddamn sassy, and like she's so fun. Rin's probably my favorite character in this game. But I like Shiro a lot too. I like Artoria. Who is Artoria? Don't worry about it. I also like Saber. I also like Archer. I like oh god, what's his name? I like Shinji as like the worst character in the game. He's so fun. I hate him so much. Yeah. Fate Stay Night. Play that shit. Also technically a porn game, but you know what? That shit can be censored if you don't like it. Also, apparently the sex scenes are bad, but I have not seen the sex scenes. Deceiving. Deceiving is like a little bit of a... It's not really a game I'm usually into. I'm gonna put this in like lower B. So Deceiving is interesting because it's like a how would I describe it? Like I'm not too familiar with this style of game. It's like a bit of a live service thing, which I'm not huge on, but it's a little Overwatch-esque in how it's presented and the art style and all that. But you're like a spy, and you need to sneak around and steal like a secret spy item. But there's like a bunch of other spies that are also trying to do that. So you need to disguise yourself and look normal, but be not sus, so they don't get the jump on you and kill you. But you need to also be on the lookout for other people. And it's cool. I like it. I fell off it a little bit, but this is a fun game. Like, if it's a thing that sounds fun to you, just being a little spy and doing some PvP, like, ooh, I'm the I'm the one that's gonna leave with the big treasure on this map. That's cute. Nothing like super great, but I enjoyed my time with this. I got like 20, 30 hours in or something. That's fun. Um, Pikmin 4. God. God, I'm gonna put it here. I don't think it's a must play quite yet, but Pikmin 4 is a really fucking good Pikmin game. And I think Pikmin overall is really good. I love Pikmin. Um, I think it has a few issues with the writing a little bit. It feels a lit. I don't know. There's something about the writing that's a little off compared to other Pikmin games. Um, but that's like pretty minor, and it's a little easier than other Pikmin games, which, as a veteran of the Pikmin series, was a little bit like But like this, it's still not like super easy. Like there were moments where I was like a little bit like, oh wait, shit, I gotta lock in a little bit. Uh, Beautiful game. One of the prettiest games on the Switch. Which some people might be like, oh, that's not saying much because the Switch is an outdated brick, but no, the art direction here is phenomenal. I think Pikmin 4 is definitely going to be like the gatekeeper. Like, if you're better than Pikmin 4, in my opinion, you're a must play. There is going to be biases here. I'm just going to say that right now. You know what? Actually, I think Pikmin 4 can have it. Pikmin 4 can have it. So next up. Did I get the song in this one? Yes, I did. Little indie game. You might not be familiar with it. You know, little title. Let me turn this down. There we go. Alright. So, Baldur's Gate 3 is, fucking phenomenal. Shockingly, the game of the year, pretty good. Like most people's game of the year, solid title. Good time. It is... I'm not gonna be able to say anything other people haven't said, but the game looks good. The writing's great. The music's pretty solid, as you can hear. Like, I actually really like Down by the River. Even though if you know about this game, you've probably heard this a million times. I think mechanically, this is the best translation of tabletop gaming into a regular video game I've ever seen. I think in general, like even then, like it improves upon Dungeons and Dragons in a lot of ways, because Dungeons and Dragons mechanically has a lot of pretty big issues, but it weirdly translates great to a video game. This game has its little quirks. Like there's a few things that you're like, this doesn't feel that right, and they're like, but like that's also part of the charm, because sometimes you'll just do shit that the game may not have planned for, but you'll get away with it because this game is cool and you get so much fucking choice for everything. Every single thing you do in this game matters in some way, and it's even like in really minor ways, like fucking it can be really simple shit, like I entered this area of combat by launching myself off a stack of barrels by jumping with Featherfall or whatever, and so I did not take fall damage and I was immediately in the center of the action or whatever, and or just I talked to this guy once and I saved him from a windmill and then I kept running into him, or I lobotomized this little brain fuck, and now he's a party member. Uh, like there's this game does so much. Like again, I'm saying shit everyone has said, but it's everything everyone says about this game is true. It's great. It's a masterpiece, and it has issues. It has little quirks, but it's so fucking great. And the only reason this is not topping my list of like favorite games, because this is definitely a little bit of bias, right? Like I'm injecting bias and like preferences into this. This is me talking about how much I like this game and how I would recommend them. I mean, you know about Baldur's Gate 3. If you're interested in this game, you probably played it already. And if you haven't, why have you not played this already? What reason is there? Is it your like hardware? If that's an issue, that sucks. But this game's worth upgrading for. Let me tell you that. It's so long too. It's a really hefty game. Um, and that's just like if you do one run, you can do a next one completely different. There's so many little choices that add up over the course of this game. It has replay value, and it's a game that's like unbelievably long. It's great. Um, so I played Donut County, and that was cute. I really liked it. I don't have much else to say. You're a hole in the ground, and you need to consume things as the hole that you move around with your mouse, and then you grow bigger, and then you need to eat more, and then you beat the level, and then you move to the next level where you're a little hole again, and then you get to grow to a big hole all over again. And it has a story, and the story is cute, and the visuals are cute, and the gameplay is cute, and it's very, very, very cute. Would recommend. Dave the Diver. Let me get some Dave Diver music. Wait, hang on. Speaking of games that have good music, because I mentioned that about Baldur's Gate 3, but this game, this song, this song is definitely prime chillin' material. I think this game's like a really high recommend. This, there was the whole controversy about this game being an indie game or not, and I don't think it is. But I mean, it's a good game. It doesn't just even as a AAA title, I would say this is better than most AAA titles because it's such a lovingly made game. And yeah, it's like styled to be very indie-esque, but it's a good time. You're just like a fish, like a diver. You're Dave the Diver. You dive into the ocean, catch fish for your sushi restaurant, and then you manage your sushi restaurant. And the writing's pretty fun, and the sprite work's great. It's pretty goddamn funny. It's a very good like chill game. Like it's a good great game to just hang back, uh, grab your drink. You need to unwind after a day of work, and you do work in this video game, but the work is fun. It's that type of game, right? That's fun. I like it. I want to keep this music going a little bit longer, so I'll just move on to Finding Xavier. Another very short game. This is like $3, and it's like a Celeste-esque platformer, but it's a pretty good Celeste-esque platformer. I think this is worth right like $3. I would say this is like a solid recommend. Finding Xavier, pretty cool. I like the sprite work in this game. It's very cute. I like the brief burst of like platform challenge this game gives. It's a like if you played Celeste 64, that like anniversary title that Celeste devs made, and you enjoyed like that short form like burst of platforming, right? Like you just pop it open for like an afternoon, play it, beat it, and you're done. This is exactly what you need. This is a very cute little game. And it probably takes a bit of inspiration from Celeste, but it's fine. It does that like it does its own thing a little bit. It plays a little witch, and you need to find your cat. It's cute. Um, so let's talk about some more music, shall we? Let's talk about some more music. Oh, there we go. Oh, okay, hang on. The music's stopping on my end for some reason. Oh, okay. Come on. I don't know if this is audible on stream. I'm sorry if I keep if this is annoying that I keep restarting it, but there we go. Rhythm Doctor. Sorry, I'm just kind of vibing. This is such a fun game. It's a rhythm game where you hit one button to the beat of the music, and it's cute. It tells a few cute little character stories as you just keep up with the music, and basically the entire premise is you need to just hit one button to time the music to time the button press to the music, right? Like mostly it's on the seventh beat of like a song, but it switches it up. There's like different types of beats. Um, the music's really good. The sprite work's cute. Uh, yeah, this is a very good time. I can't really do this game justice with words. It's a game where you play it and then you get lost in it a little bit. You know what I mean? Like it's not amazing. I have some smaller gripes with certain songs. I don't like how some of them feel, but I can't say much more than that because I'm not like a huge rhythm game person. But it's cool. I like this game. Um, like a solid high A here. Like a buff tier and Cuthbert below World of Horror. If you enjoy rhythm games, doll, absolutely play this. So next up, we have a little game that there's a game coming up later, and I think everyone who knows me knows what game it is. But I played a little game by the developers of that game late this year on stream, and I might have there are ways in which I feel like I was a little mean almost, um, which feels weird to say, but I mean, look, um, look, this is the wrong song. Where is the song I'm looking for? Hang on. So, oh wait, I think I know where it is. Do, 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 do. It's not here. Oh, I could swear I had it like somewhere. Uh, okay, hang on. Oh wait, hang on. Hang on. There we go. There we go. So let's talk about the cute little game. Um, it was maybe not the best thing ever made, but I very much had like a good time. If I will say, I was pretty negative towards Snowman's story on stream at a few points, and I do have issues with it. Like if you didn't watch that stream, I would say this is still like a cute little snowman game where you do a couple of puzzles and then watch a story. This is like a 2-hour game. It plays a snowman. You find out, oh wait, when winter ends, I'm gonna die. So I don't want to die. Let's go to the North Pole. And it's cute. I have some issues with the writing. I don't think it's particularly great. It stumbles a little bit. I know I say that a lot, but this is a game that like it doesn't stumble. It trips a few times, but that's fine. Like not every story's gonna keep hitting, you know. But overall, I still think it's cute. I think the sprite art is really, really pretty. I think the puzzles it does give you are fun. I wish there was a little more of that. Like brief warning, the puzzles stop an hour into this 2-hour game. Half this game is the ending, I would say. Which is a little bad pacing-wise. The pacing overall is all like a little jank, but I don't think it's bad. This is still like, you know, even if you're like not a huge puzzle person, I could see someone like having fun with this. If you're in the right mindset for it, it's a very Christmassy game. It's definitely a game that's like, you know, it's a snowman story. It was released around Christmas. It's a little game Odin Cat made to do Christmas, to be Christmas, to have a little Christmas. Shoutouts to the part where they just stop the entire plot and just talk about gay rights for a little bit. That was cool. That was based. And now while this cozy music plays, let's talk about a not so cozy game. Let's talk about Lethal Company. God damn, this game is so fun. I don't even think it's that amazing. Actually, I am gonna switch the music over a little bit, just to match the tone a little more. Back to this song. There we go. Okay. Lethal Company is so fucking fun. I think everyone watching this knows about Lethal Company. But, you know, you're space dudes and you need to meet a quota by collecting items on alien planets as horrifying monsters chase you. And that sounds like a horror game, except it's fucking comedy because the ways in which you and your friends will meet your devices, the way it's presented, it's it's fun. It's just a very fun game that is great with friends. I have not played this solo at all. I've played it with friends a few times, and I have had a blast every single time. This game is a delight. Um, Surprising no one, Lethal Company must play, especially if you have friends who have it. This shit's so fun. Starfield. Yeah, maybe skip out on Starfield. Um, I don't have anything to say about Starfield is the issue. It's a Bethesda game. And it's a space Bethesda game. You want Skyrim in space? If you really want Skyrim in space, this is like a bad Skyrim in space. The writing is not even that funny bad, it's just kind of boring. Like Skyrim had some silly moments in like how it presented certain things, and like Fallout 4 even has like a couple of things that made me laugh, and I don't even think Fallout 4 is that bad. I think it's not great, but this does not have any of those good parts Skyrim and Fallout 4 had, where I don't think the writing's good overall, but I think there's things to redeem it a little bit. Be it either it being so bad it's kind of entertaining, or actual good writing at points. As far as I've seen, maybe there's some good here, but I sure haven't seen it. Um, this game's boring as hell. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I don't want to talk about it no more. I'm suddenly at my comment truck. Don't worry about it, Walter. It's fine, Walter. Walter. I can't find the song, Walter. Oh, here we go, Walter. So now let's talk about some fucking peak. Holy shit, Slay the Princess. I'm gonna put it below. Oh, I'm gonna put it above Faye. This is a game I can't talk about too much. But what I will say is great title from the start. Very like interesting. Like, okay, slay the princess. You kill the princess. That's the mission statement. But will you? How will you? What's the plan here? You know? Are there gonna be consequences to that? Are there like is that like what do you do after you slay the princess? Like where is the princess? What is going on? This song fucking rules, by the way. This is a beautiful game. This has gorgeous 2D art. It's pretty goddamn funny in places. This shit's for sure a must play. This is low-key one of the best indie games last year. Biases aside, I would say one of the best visual novels I have ever seen, which is staggering. Like, because I played some good VNs in my day. Like, I love VNs, but this shit is transcendent. And you should play it. Speaking of killing things, Sonic is fucking dead. Oh, rip Sonic. Solid recommend on The Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog is another visual novel about Sonic the Hedgehog and his friends going to a train, but there's a murder mystery happening. You know, like a fun little thing for Amy's birthday. And then Sonic might actually be dead. And then you find out like who's the murderer. Oh, and if you like Sonic, and I like Sonic, if you like Sonic, you're gonna love the way these characters are written. But if you love Sonic, you've probably already played this. I think it's still good enough in terms of the writing and so charming and like kind of funny sometimes. Like it's not a knee slapping game, but it's like loud exhale of air. Like you silly game. Oh, I like this. There's some cute shit here. Yeah, it's cool. I like it. Solid recommend. Big recommend to Sonic fans, but y'all already played this shit. And if you didn't, what's wrong with you? It's a VN. Do not read books. Are we too good for that nowadays? No, I'm not doing this bit. What we are doing is that we're going to be talking about what everyone thought was going to be the game of the year before Baldur's Gate 3. It's doing the thing again. Hang on. There we go. It cut out again. God damn it. Hang on. Don't cut out. I don't know if that's actually happening on stream as well. Don't cut out. Okay. Oh my god, the moment I say okay. Well, whatever. I'll just not hear the music then. I'll just not hear this insanely good track that fixed one of the big problems people mentioned with Breath of the Wild. That the music is non-existent. Tears of the Kingdom! Yeah, I think it's like here. Tears of the Kingdom's so good. I I think this game is not written good. It does a couple of cool things, but I think the writing's a little jank. Um, but what's there outside of that? Well, I'll tell you. A masterfully crafted game that should not exist at all, but it does, and it's so fucking cool. And also, a meaningful expansion of Breath of the Wild's world in terms of like a lot of the world building and shit. I mean, not even world building necessarily, but just like watching the characters from Breath of the Wild develop into like better people. And like I think there's a few characters that are not here that I would have loved to see, and like a few where I'm like, yeah, I don't, I could have done without this character getting like a whole quest. But whatever, it's fun. It's very fun. It's so fun to play. The building's great. I mean, you know about Tears of the Kingdom. I don't need to tell you about Tears of the Kingdom. It's Tears of the fucking Kingdom, man. Like, come on. This shit peak. This shit's certifiably peak. Well known to be one of the best games in 2023. Award-winning ass game right here. Game cool. Game good. Oh god, we need to talk about it. Alright, let me get the music. That's the wrong song. Alright. Alright. Node game broke me. So, I was aware of this game like a little bit going in, and I know about Goodbye Volcano High, and I was like, oh, this is like a fan game, but like by people who didn't really like that the main character was non-binary or something. I don't know. That was how I went into it, but I was like, you know what? Maybe that's just like people being too harsh and not giving this game like a fair read or whatever. Let me turn this down slightly. Hello, Skia Moon. How would you like me to refer to you as, actually? Skia Moon, Skia Moon. I don't even know if I'm saying Skia right. I hope you're having a lovely day. Snoot Game was not fun. I did not enjoy my time with Snoot Game. Do not play Snoot Game. It is a moon. Okay. Oh wait. Is that censor intentional or trans moon? Okay. Let's go trans rights. Snoot Game does not say trans rights. It says, hey, being trans it sucks, and it's the reason you get bullied. Stop being trans. And it fucking sucks. It's the worst game I played all year. One of the worst games I ever played. Maybe the worst game I ever played. Don't play Snoot Game. Which is dumb because it removes the T's dot. Yeah. Oh, I see. I see. I see. Okay. You're smoking weed. You know what? Good for you. I hope you're enjoying your weed. Thank you for hopping into the stream. This music might not be the best weed vibe. It's the fucked up Wii theme. I was using it to illustrate this game being bad. But, you know, hope you're having like a good one. Just talking about some games I like today. And also Snoot Game. And also Starfield. So let's talk about a game I do like. Let's talk about a game I do like. Pizza Tower. Just a puppy? Okay, good to know. Good to know. Pizza Tower is a must-play. This shit's so fire. This is a really fun platform. I think this is like... I am not a speed-running type of person for the most part. This game made me crave the thrill of going fast. This game is So so fun. Uh, sure, hit me while I talk about Pizza Tower a little more. So you're okay, okay, very good one. Okay, yeah, you got me. So Pizza Tower is great. You know, you go fast, and it makes the brain go good. The music's good. The animation's great. It feels good to play. You like platformers? You like 90s cartoons and like early 2000s? You like weird art styles that are really like silly and fun and funny? Play Pizza Tower. This song rocks. This song's so good. Moving up a few entries ahead on this list. I want to talk about. Let's talk about those games, which I streamed, and yeah, this game's fine for what it is. It's a funny meme game about uh, mobile game ads. Like you play mobile game ads that are fake games, but they're real games now, and that's a fun concept. Except the games aren't that great. Like they're not bad. I actually had fun, but you know, that's because I kind of had those moments of watching those ads and being like, man, I would actually kind of want to play this game just to see what it's like. And I've seen what it's like, and I'm like, okay, I did it. I'm satisfied. If you watch those mobile game ads and we're like, yeah, I want to see, I want to try this. Sure, why not? I guess go ahead. It's not bad. But want to know what's good? Want to know some good shit though? Fear and Hunger Termina is not a must play because this shit is not for everyone. This shit's not for everyone. It's not. And I love that game, but it's not for everyone. Let me get some music of that playing. Some chill Fear and Hunger vibes, because it does have those. There we go. Let's get cozy, y'all. Let's get cozy and talk about some horror games. The original Fear and Hunger is a game I've been a fan of for a while. Fear and Hunger, you might know, is a game, an indie game, an indie RPG Maker game that really blew up in the last year after Super Eye Patch Wolf's video. And I was a Fear and Hunger fan for like about a year, maybe a little less, before that video dropped. And watching the transformation this fandom had during that time was really interesting. And then right before the big video dropped, Fear and Hunger 2 released, Termina, which is a early 1900s post-World War II horror RPG in which you play as one of several contestants in a death game in a town that is cursed by a giant moon, and you need to kill the other contestants. That is the mission statement of the game. Now, it's really interesting how most of the people here don't give a fuck about the murder game. You're confused. You're just thinking about how your friends keep leaving you in the side of the road type situations. I'm sorry, I don't know how to help you with that. I feel like that's a little bit of the weed kicking in. I don't know. I hope this music's a vibe, though. I hope this music's nice to listen to, because I actually do think this is a lovely, lovely track. Fear and Hunger Termina is so good. Fear and Hunger Termina it's not a vibe of a game. This song is, but what you talking about? You're obsessed with weeds. I see. Deaths with weeds. Okay. What was I? Where were my thoughts? Alright. It's Fear and Hunger Termina. Spooky game. You can also... Actually, if I remember, you can actually do weed in that game. Or not weed, you can do opium. Or not opium. No, it's just regular cigars, actually. Sorry, ah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Yeah, no, Fear and Hunger 1 has opium. Fear and Hunger 2 just has, like, cigarettes and stuff. But, you know, it's a good game. It's very, very good. Very good horror game. It's got cool combat. It's got really dope creature designs. It's got some naked people in it. That's a thing this game has. You like naked people, you might like this game. You like naked people used for spooky effect. It also got that. I don't know if that's something a lot of people are scared of, but you know, that's a thing. Let's see. Next up, we got Cobalt Core. Oh, this game is so fun. That's going here, yeah. Let's talk about roguelikes again, shall we? Cobalt Core is a roguelike with really good music, really fun combat. You play as 3 characters in a ship, and each character gives you different perks. It's a deck-based roguelike, right? Like it's a trading card thing. And every character gives you access to different cards, and you need to defeat the opponent's ships in each fight. And I love the combat in this game. The combat in this game is a very nice flow once you start building your decks up. When your build gets going and you feel that rush, like it's a roguelike staple, right? Like when a build gets going in a roguelike and you feel that, oh, you feel that hard. And I think one thing that's really good about this game is it's not a game that's quite broken by just having good cards. It's also very much about picking your battles, right? Like you're not going to be able to attack every turn, but that's fine. You just need to build up for when you can. Or like sometimes it's just, oh yeah, I need to get like at least 1 attack in every turn with my build. This game's builds vary so much, and it becomes a totally different game depending on the build you end up going with and like the characters you choose. The balancing's not amazing. I think there's a few characters that are definitely way better than the rest of the cast, and like 2 or 3 that are like, eh, but you know, it's fine. Music's great, as you can hear. The sprite work's very cute. The writing is very fun. It's very silly. It's charming. It's a very charming game. I would absolutely just throw this at a person who loves roguelikes. If I see someone who's like, oh man, I like roguelikes and I'm interested in Cobalt Core, but I don't know if I have the money, I'm throwing this game at him. No questions asked. This shit's fire. Unless they don't like deck-based TCGs, or like deck-based roguelikes. But I do. And I think a lot of people who like roguelikes do actually like those. My house, dot wide. Man, where do I put this? I'm putting it in like low, high recommend. So my house dot wide is a really interesting tour of a house in a Doom engine. Someone made a house in a Doom engine, and you walk through it. And it's very cool and lovingly made, and that is definitely why you should play it. Now, there's going to be 2 files for you to play. There's going to be a .wad and a .pk3, I believe. You want to be playing the .pk3, as opposed to the .wad, for reasons that will become obvious. Or you can do the .wad first and then do the pk3, and then you notice the differences. Because there's little things that become apparent, and it's cool. It's good. I like my house. Headbangers! Let's get headbanging, shall we? Where are we? Where's the headbanging? Ah, here we go. Headbangers is a rhythm royale. It's a battle royale rhythm game, and It's pretty cute and fun. Solid recommend. Putting that there with deceiving. It's also a live service game, which I'm not huge about. I actually kind of wish this game had a single player mode where you can just like practice the things, the different songs and all that. But it has a few like different game styles. It's kind of Fall Guys-esque in how the rounds go because it's round based, right? Like you have a round where you do a certain mini game, and then you move on to the next one, and they're all like rhythm based. I feel like that got censored. Something's telling me that got censored. Anyways, hope you're having a lovely day. Yeah, Headbangers is cool. Headbangers pretty fun. We like headbangers. We like banging heads. We like music. We like rhythm royales. Don't have much to say about it. Just a cute, fun little game. Dungeons of Ether. Dungeons of Ether. Alright. Oh. Huh, hang on. Is this showing up on stream right? Okay, it is. We'll take it. We'll take it. Alright, so Dungeons of Ether is a very fun roguelike. You play as characters in the Rivals of Ether universe, which is a fighting game if you don't know, a little Smash-based fighting game. Like Smash-esque. And you play a roguelike where you play as one of 4 characters and you go through a dungeon and you try to get to the end of the dungeon. There's a story mode, it's pretty cute. Pretty fun writing. It has really good sprite work, beautiful sprite work. I think one thing that's definitely cool about this game is the combat is very tricky and hard to get a hang of, but when you do, that shit's so satisfying to pull off. It's a little bit. I don't know if anyone's here plays Dicey Dungeons. It's a little bit like that. You got dice that you need to assign to certain things. And then you need to allocate your stat points almost per round of combat to do different things. It's very hard to describe. It's very unique. I would actually recommend you check out a trailer for this game. I don't know if I can actually properly do it justice just with words. Outside of music, good. Gameplay, good. Look very good. This shit's like here. I think this is a very good game. It's very cool. I like it a lot. So technically, this is a DLC. Technically, this is in fact a DLC. But oh, hang on. I actually want the music to play for this one. There we go. Alright. Let's talk about Xenoblade 3 Future Redeemed. One of the best DLC of all time. I don't think it's quite a must-play. But I think it's really good. Actually, I would put it to sit like a few slots higher. Yeah. Hey, you like RPGs? Play Xenoblade. Play, you like gacha games? Play Xenoblade 2. You liked either of those games? Play the other one, and then Xenoblade 3. Also do the DLCs for Xenoblade 2 in this game, because they're great. Xenoblade 3 Future Redeemed is great. It takes some elements from the first 2 Xenoblades games, and it like throws them together, including some characters, and how? Why? Play the game and find out. But god, that shit fire. I love what they do with Rex and Shulk's characters in this. They're so cool. I like the main character a lot. Matthew, right? Let me actually check to be sure. It's been a while since I played it. It's Matthew, yeah. Matthew Vandam. Matthew is cool. I love Matthew. He's so fun. Um, this game also gave me one of my favorite memes ever, which is just character is non-binary, and then Rex walking up to explain that they are non-binary. That shit's so funny. But also the game just plays very, very good. I actually think this DLC has the best gameplay of any Xenoblade game, which is weird to say, but it feels right to say. This game plays great. Yeah, Xenoblade, really cool. Xenoblade 3, Future Redeemed, one of the better games in this series, and I think every game in this series is like peak. Except maybe X, but I don't know, I don't even dislike X. X is fine. Um, let's talk about Master Detective Archives Ring Code. By the creator of Danganronpa, he did his own thing with AI to Somnium Files this time. That's a meme, right? Like the creators of Zero Escape and Danganronpa keep making the same games as each other. And they're friends. This is very intentional, I think. But Ring Code's cool. I actually really like Ring Code. It has some problems, I think. I don't think every case in this game, because it's very case-based. It's actually a little Ace Attorney-esque in that sense. Every case is pretty cool. You're a detective in a town, and you need to solve murders. Wow. And I like the solving murder bits. They're mostly really good. I like the characters a fair bit. I don't think they're great. I think Danganronpa overall has higher highs, but the lows of this do not go as low as Danganronpa. Even if Desuhiko kind of fucking sucks. Oh, Desuhiko is not great. Not a particularly good character. But you know how it be. You know how it be with Danganronpa. At least he's not Terror, right? This game looks pretty alright. I think some of the 3D models can look a little jank, but the 2D art is great. Solid music, solid designs, I think. I think the character designs in Danganronpa are definitely a little hit or miss. And I don't think this always hits either, but when it does, there's some bangers in here. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Let's talk about Wild Frost next. For which I accidentally played a song earlier. Hey, y'all like deck-based roguelikes? You like deck-based roguelikes that are better than Cobalt Core in my opinion, even if both of these are great? Wild Frost has a really fun game, and it's not even the only game we're gonna see today that had Gaziteer as an artist working on it. The art in this game is gorgeous. This is a beautiful looking game. I think the gameplay is very fun. It's a deck-based roguelike in which you place down characters on a grid, and you can use, you can use your spells and all that. Like you got swords as a spell equivalent, right? Like you just throw a sword at an enemy. But I think the way attacks work in this game is very interesting to plan around because there's like a countdown on every character's attacking turn. So it's a very fun game of like, well, do I tank hits and just attack? Do I slow my enemies down with snow or like prevent their secondary effects with ink? Do I use special items to speed up my character's turns? Do I not even invest into my characters that much and mainly go for like I'm throwing a lot of bombs at the enemy so they blow up type thing? Hi there, Peach. Hi there, Peach. Yeah, you missed the bit where I talk about the game everyone memes me for. It's an F tier, obviously. Yeah, Wild Frost is really cool. I really like Wild Frost. Great designs, good music, as you can hear. Very fun, like, deck-based roguelike gameplay. Same as Cobalt Core. I think it's a little different, but both those games are like must-plays. Especially if you even remotely like roguelikes, in my opinion. Also, one thing I do want to say about that game, on launch, this shit was way harder. Like, I do think they dialed it back a bit, and that was a very good call. Um, like, they very intentionally got, like, they got a lot of criticism about the difficulty of this game. So they, like, dialed it back a few notches. That's good. It was a good call. Because now I think it's a little more accessible without still being easy, because this game is not easy. This game's still a little tricky, but before it felt like a little bit too punishing, and that's not the case anymore. So if you did try this game and you dropped it because it was too hard or anything, I would pick it up again. Like, the updates really did a lot to help this game. Yeah, it's good. My Friendly Neighborhood is like a C. I think My Friendly Neighborhood is like a cute little, like, you know, it's the type of mascot horror thing. You got your Muppets in there, and they're being spooky and like, oh, I'm gonna kill you. Except the way it's presented isn't like, oh, these are the evil Muppets that are going to kill you. It's literally just, these are funny Muppets that are just a little bit too, like, physical with you for the most part. And I don't know, I think the story this game tells is actually pretty cute. I won't go too deep into it, but like it explores like the decay of a like long gone Muppet studio where the Muppets were actually alive. In a way that doesn't just make it edgy, like, and then the Muppets were evil and they wanted revenge on humankind. Or whatever. No, it's cute, weirdly enough. Like, there's a lot of heart in this game, and I think it's fairly glitchy. I don't think the mechanics are that good. I think this is a very flawed game in that sense. But I don't even think it looks that great. You think the theater part is what really got you into this game? Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. The theater part is really good. And it's got a couple of scenes like that theater part that made me go, huh, this is not what I expected this game to be going in. And then the ending was pretty fun. Like, I was actually like, oh, this is cute. I like this. It's like it's still like a little bit horror-y in how it's presented, but this is like, you know, it's the mascot horror thing. This is a horror game you could throw at a kid. But I don't know. It's cute. It's harmless. If you like a Bendy and the Ink Machine or like Resident Evil 7 at all, this is probably not. You know, this is kind of in that same like vibe. It's not great, but it's cute. It's charming. I had a good time. Let's move on to a little different type vibe. Little bit of a rush, if you will. So, Hi-Fi Rush. Damn, what a game. Damn, what a game. Dude, this game's so fun. Hi-Fi Rush is a rhythm-based action, like character action game, like Devil May Cry, that type of stuff. And I'm not like huge into that style of game generally. But something about Hi-Fi Rush made it work for me. Like something about the mechanics. I think the platforming in this game is a little jank, but the combat is so fun and it feels so good to time those beats right. Like, you gotta time your attacks to that music, and if you enjoy No Straight Roads at all, you would love this game probably. It's, you know, I think the story and writing are very like 2000s, like cartoony, like it's got that vibe, you know? Like, it's also got beautiful animation, by the way. I just want to say that. The animation in Hi-Fi Rush is gorgeous. The music's, as you can hear, pretty fucking good. I'm talking over it, but, you know, you can hear it. The music, they got some copyrighted songs in this game, but what's really cool is they added for streamers this mode where they have original songs, like they made compositions, and a lot of the original songs are kind of better than the licensed tracks they use. Yeah, the combat's great, the writing's like fun, it's a little cheesy, it's like a little, you know, sometimes it's like a little too wink wink, nudge nudge, but yeah, whatever. Like, It's fun. This is a very fun game. I think if there's a game that very much radiates, we just wanted to make something fun that people could enjoy. This this was actually a thing a lot of people said during this game's release. This feels like a game that came out during the GameCube or like Dreamcast era, right? That was like really good, fun, and got like a niche following and those people absolutely adore this game. This game absolutely is that, but in the modern day, and it's so cool. The fact that they just released this as well, like, oh yeah, by the way, here's a whole ass game. It became like one of the most praised games of the year. That's cool. I think this is a dope ass game. End of story. So, as I said, I was gonna talk about Undertale Yellow. Uh, Remember when I mentioned Gaziter, the artist for Wild Frost, being like that's not the only game they worked on. Yeah, there's a reason for that. Because they hang on, hang on. That's I might have misclicked, or the OBS is being weird again, maybe. All right, there we go. So Undertale Yellow, uh, what a game, man! Like, I just did a fucking smasher pest and plot discussion stream yesterday in this game. Like, what am I supposed to say about this? This shit, like, I don't think this is as good as Undertale, personally. But it don't need to be. It's a fan game. But as a fan game, this is one of the best fan games I've ever played. This is incredible. The amount of love put into this game by the devs, which include Gazetteer from Wild Frost, but also like a lot of really other talented people, like Iro Artwork, who's an artist. You should be able to find him on like Twitter and shit. And Master Sword Remix, who did the music and was like the main creator, I guess. The main creator. It feels weird to say, but you know what I mean. Like, one of the main people behind this game. They did great. They made a game that was layered. It had a lot of fun jokes. It had a lot of heartfelt moments. It had a lot of just really cool shit in it. I think the sprite work in Undertale Yellow is incredible. One of the best sprited games I have ever played. Like, not even, maybe not quite that, but definitely the best looking fan game I've ever played. And one of the... okay, how do I describe this? Like, this game takes Undertale's basic art style, for the most part, and just kind of amps it up a little bit in terms of production value, which is weird, because this is a free game. This game is free. You have no reason not to play this free video game. Or, you can watch my streams on youtube.com/ShadaniNokos. That's not actually the link, but, if you scroll down slightly in the list down here, you would be able to see this if you're watching this on Twitch. And if you're watching this VOD on YouTube, hey, click the videos. Check out my playthrough with O'Brien Albert. Yeah, this game rocks. This game's so good. Music's great, by the way. Did I mention the music's great? The music's so good. What this game does with the things Undertale already has and how it expands upon them and how it uses existing things, for the most part, is amazing. This is maybe not a game for everyone, from what I can tell. But I would absolutely say at least give it a try. It's free. If you played Undertale, you have literally no reason to, in my opinion. This shit bangs. This is so good. So, next up I want to talk about the first game I played this year. Very first one. Even before Fear and Hunger Termina. This game was released like at the end of December, along with that game as well, because both those games released late December of 2022. Hang on. some reason, it's not playing for me. There we go. Let's talk about a game with a title that betrays how good it is. Not just in the way of, like... I think Super Lesbian Animal RPG is peak. Which is a sentence that is funny to say. But it is. But it absolutely is. Like... Yeah, I'm putting it up here. I'm putting it up there. It's so peak. Super Lesbian Animal RPG is a game where you look at the title and you expect, like, something, like, stupid. Like, you know, it's, like, fucking, like... What's the best case scenario when you hear that title? For most people, it's like, oh, this is like a porn game. That's, like, that just happens to be well written. Because that's what people assume for some reason whenever I start talking about this game. Super Lesbian Animal RPG is a game that explores LGBTQ themes in a way no other game has. I mean that wholeheartedly, I mean that genuinely. There are very few games that explore LGBTQ themes and characters as well as this one. This game has amazing music, amazing sprite work, absolutely gorgeous. It's fun to play. It's a fairly basic RPG, like, mechanically, but it's very well executed. It's kind of like Dragon Quest in that way. Like, it's not, like, the most fancy, or, like, it doesn't have, like, super special mechanics. It's just a really good RPG. And even outside of just LGBTQ themes that it handles well, the actual story is really well written and, like, interesting. The antagonists are very fun. This is a hilarious game. There's a fucking enemy that transforms your character's palettes, and you can just have your witch turn into Vriska. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to say? There's a character that, like, does like, corruptions of games, like Vinesaw's Vinny corruptions, in the game. And he does it through the world of the game, but it could have so easily come off as, like, cheesy, like meta bullshit, but it's not. It's great. This started off as a fucking MLP fan game, although, by the way. Like, this used to be Super Lesbian Horse RPG, but then it became its own thing, and God bless Bobby Schroeder, for doing that, because, man, this shit's so good. This shit's great. Absolutely. Like, I don't think this is better than Baldur's Gate 3. I will say that. I don't think it's better than Baldur's Gate 3. Might not even be better than, like, Slay the Princess or Tears of the Kingdom overall. But, you know, most people know about those games. Maybe not Slay the Princess, but very few people actually play Super Lesbian Animal RPG, and that is a crime. Because this game deserves to be played. For, like, its writing, its gameplay, its beautiful sprite work. The music. Love this game. Genuinely thought it was going to be Game of the Year when I first booted it up, but well, we'll get there. Paranormasight is really fucking cool. Paranormasight is like... This is like the horror triangle of games I played this year. They're really good horror games. Paranormasight is a visual novel that makes use of really cool camera angles. Like normally when you mention a visual novel, it's like text in the bottom of the screen, characters in the center. But the way this game does it is it's like it has like Dutch angles and like zooms and tilts and like it does camera work in a visual novel, and it's something that, like, the way it does it, it's hard to describe to me because I'm not like a huge, like, you know, I'm not hugely familiar with like filming techniques and all that, but the way it goes about achieving some of the cool visual shit it does is great. This game is very meta in a way that is very fun. That you were initially presented with this old man sitting next to a TV, and he's like, "Ah, yes, hello there. how can I help you today? Oh, would you like to hear a story about some shit that happened in Japan? And then you were suddenly like this like generic fucking anime guy in a park, and you're like doing some shit with your coworker. I can like the it's so hard to talk about. Like this is very much one of those you gotta experience this shit like type games. Um, but you do if you can handle like a bit of horror, maybe a jump scare every so often. This shit's really fucking cool. Like, you know, this is not, like, must play quite yet, but if you remotely enjoy horror, this is dope. This is so cool. Um, Character designs are good. The characters themselves are very fun. The writing's great. Uh, oh, I love this game. Um, and we're going from one peak to even more peak. Pokemon Infinite Fusion is fucking crazy. First game I streamed, you know, the iconic Sadani Noko's origin. Um, it's where Stings came from. Come on, that's where he got Stings. What a game! What a game! Like this is a love letter to Pokemon in so many ways. Um, from just the actual revamp of Kanto being very fun to explore, because there's so much shit in this game. It's crazy what these fans did. I haven't even touched on the big gimmick yet, but I'll start. Like I don't want to yet. I want to talk about the games the shit this game does right first. Outside of that, because just having this huge version of Kanto that you are a little bit more open to explore than usual, but also like it's still Kanto. It's still very much Kanto, but it made me like one of my least favorite regions in these games. It gave a lot more personality to it. I think the fact that they added Johto and the Savvy Islands is really cool. Um, yeah, I don't know. This shit's really dope. The battles are really well designed. I think the randomizing option in the game's cool. They have a lot of cool little mechanics that I kind of wish Pokemon had. Only in this time and place can we get such a cool concept for a fangin. Exactly. I didn't even touch on the fact that it's a Pokemon fan game where you can fuse almost every, well, like, okay, like half the Pokemon in existence. Like, every Pokemon in this game can be fused with every different Pokemon that is in this game. And they got a lot of the ones people want. They even, like, hold polls. They're still updating this. This game's not even finished yet. They're still adding new Pokemon, new mechanics. They're adding character customization, like Gen 6 and beyond. They made a fucking online PvP server on Pokemon Showdown. And it's got, like, a living community there. Because this game is somehow, like, they took, like, this game that is very easy to break in single player and, like, very jank. But the rule sets they gave to that online version, which technically a different game, but I wanted to include it here. They actually kind of make it work. There's some shit in that's not balanced, but hey, every Pokemon generation has had some shit in a tier that probably wasn't balanced, but it's still there. I'm looking at you, Golden Go. Son of a bitch. Yeah, Pokemon Infinite Fusion is great. But we all knew what was going to top this list. Every person that knows me knows the game that was going to be at the top of this list. Every single person that knows me knows about Max Monster. This is the most charming video game I have ever played. It is a... Okay. Okay. How do I do this game justice? Is a question I have asked so many times recommending this game to people. I can. This is maybe not the best game I have ever played. This is not. It's maybe not even the best game this year. It's probably barely top 5. But if we're being purely objective here, right? Meg's Monster is a game that means a lot to me. I played this game and it did something to me. Like there are some I don't even know what, but I played this game at the exact right point of my life. Um, this game, it didn't change who I was as a person or anything. It was just a game that I don't cry at video games. I don't. I really don't. I've cried very few times at video games. So I've gotten a little teary-eyed sometimes, but I usually don't cry at video games. Um, where the fuck is Cassette Beasts? Wait. Wait, where's Cassette Beasts? I just realized Cassette Beast is not here. I forgot about Cassette Beast. Oh well, we'll get there in a moment. Let's finish talking about Meg's Monster first. Meg's Monster is so cool. It is a game in which a child falls into an underground world filled with monsters. And you're like, hey, wait, that's Undertale. And it's like, yeah, it's Undertale. The child meets a big blue guy and his smaller green friend, and befriends them and grows attached to them as they find a way for her to go back home. Hey, that sounds like Monsters Inc. Yeah, it does. This game takes a lot of inspiration from a lot of different things and uses those setups and like those tools to make a really unique experience with gorgeous music, beautiful sprite work, a really cute story, gameplay that is, again, not very deep, but it's fun. I enjoyed my time playing this game. It's very story driven. It's very like character focused. Like this is a very much one of those games where like it's all about the characters, man. And I don't think every character here like knocks it out of the park, but at worst, they're still kind of fun. Like the worst character in this game is probably like there's some shit I don't like about him, but also there are little things I do. And the best characters in this game, I listen, I love Golan so much. That is all I'll say. Um, this game does things to me, man. This is the most overlooked game I have ever seen. No one talks about this game. This game doesn't even have a wiki. It doesn't have like a TV tropes page. It has nothing. But it deserves the world. And for as long as I live, I will continue to speak about this game. And tell people about this game. Because, I mean, someone has to, right? Like, you barely see people talking about this, but almost every person I have recommended this game to fell absolutely in love with it. And that does me so good because it makes me feel motivated to share this cool game with more people. And it makes me more, it weirdly enough motivates me more to, like, try games I otherwise wouldn't. Because maybe I'll find another Meg's Monster. And maybe I won't, but maybe I will, you know? Maybe I will. Let me switch over to K for just a second here. So I can find Cassette Beasts. Because I know it's in here somewhere. I don't know where it went. I have no clue where Cassette Beasts has gone. Um, you know what? I'm using the Cassette Beasts on the limits from the streams. That's how we're doing this. That's how we're doing this. Okay. Let me get the music set up for this last game. So we ended on like a slightly lighter note. We didn't end at the peak, but we don't need to, because this game is still Fucking great. Hang on. Let me just find the music for this game as well, which I also appear to not be able to find. Um, here we are. Here we go. There we go. Whereas Figure Fantasy, you feel like we watched enough ads to basically add it. Uh, so true. So true. Figure Fantasy. Download now. Uh, so Cassette Beasts. This shit's still a must play, man. This shit's still peak. Like, the best monster game, like monster collecting game experience maybe I've ever had, at least top 3. What a game! Dude, I don't like that ending. I still feel a little iffy towards that. But everything else in this game hits. Every single thing. Even the ending wasn't that bad. I don't like it. But maybe that's also just a personal preference thing. Maybe when I see more people's reactions to it, I might change my mind. I don't know. Maybe I'll hate it more. Maybe, I don't know. But in spite of that, this cast is so good. This music is so good. This game looks so good. This game plays so good. This has my favorite gameplay of any game I played last year. I'm someone who definitely values, like, story more. In his games. And, like, gameplay, I can deal with bad gameplay if the story is really good. Depending on the game, of course, and, like, how much story there is. But this game could have had the worst story of all time. But the mechanics behind it are so fun, I would still be able to play it. And still love it, probably. The way the sticker system in this game works. The move sets for your monsters. Is ingenious. The gameplay loop is great. I've seen so many people play this game in so many different ways. Be it the way I did it, where you just pick a team and, like, try to optimize it as well as possible and breeze through, but in a way that's still very satisfying because you built that broken team. You did it. But also people who have not optimal teams and, like, just have a couple of good dudes and, like, keep switching people out to grind those up and see the new other monsters. That's just as valid of a playstyle. This is a game that is an open world RPG. This is a game that lets you do what you want within this sandbox that is this game so well. It's so good. I don't have much else to say about it. So just to surmise my thoughts on every game on this list, just real quick. Die. You have no reason to exist. This is cute. I like this. I like this is cute. I had fun with this one. Those games were cool. Snowman Story, you know, it has problems, but still cute. Still would probably say it's worth playing. Deceiving, fun. Headbangers is fun. Oh, Headbangers is fun. Ghost Catchers is a very short, cute little game. Why not play it? It's free. Finding Xavier is like $3 for like an hour or something worth of platforming. That's really fun. Murder Sonic the Hedgehog. Oh, hey, another free game. Cool, fun. I like what it does with Sonic characters. My House.Wad's great. Donut County is really good. Delta Traveler is a great fan game. Dungeons of Ether is a great roguelike. Terry and Cuthbert gave me that Ace Attorney fix when I really needed it. Rhythm Doctor is a very fun rhythm game. World of Horror is a great horror roguelike, which again, weird combination of genres that works surprisingly well. Paranormal Sight is a... Actually, I know a good way to phrase it. This is like a horror thriller in visual novel form. and it does that concept masterfully. Uh, Fear and Hunger 2 Termina is a hell of a Silent Hill ass RPG Maker game. Hi-Fi Rush, really good, really just so fun. Xenoblade 3 Future Redeemed is the best DLC I've ever played, maybe. One of the best, if not the best. Dave the Diver is a very chill, good game with cute writing and fun shit. It's good. Cobalt Core, great deck-based roguelike with good music, character designs, and gameplay. Wild Frost is the exact same. I like Wild Frost a little more, but these are basically here for the exact same reason. Infinite Fusion's an amazing fan game. It's a game, like, honestly, I just want to say, that game's a little buggy in places. That game's like, there's a few things that make that a little jank. But also at the same time, I'm like, okay, how does this game function at all? How is this a thing that exists? There's 200,000 Pokemon in this fucking game. How? How did they do this? Lethal Company is so fun. Maybe one of the best multiplayer games I've ever played. Pikmin 4 it's so good. I love Pikmin so much. Pizza Tower is peak platforming. Peak speedrunning game, honestly. Again, I don't like speedrunning. This game made me want to go through it fast. This is like the thing Sonic the Hedgehog is supposed to make me feel more. And you know, it's not in the exact way, but it's the vibe, right? And Sonic does do this sometimes. But Pizza Tower, it does it different, man. It does it good. Undertale Yellow is the best fan game ever made, maybe. I have nothing else to say. Maybe there's other ones that are better. This is at minimum top 3 with like Pokemon Infinite Fusion and Lisa the Hopeful. Fate Stay Night Fate Route is... wow! What a story. Tears the Kingdom, really cool game mechanically. Story's a little jank, but still... the fact that this, again, kind of the Infinite Fusion thing, but on a bigger scale, the fact that this game works at all is awesome. Cassette Beasts is... I love it. I love it so much. It's so good. It gets everything a monster catching game needs to be, while having its own identity, separate from like Pokemon, which a lot of those games fall into. It is very just it's such a I'm so excited what those devs do in the future. And the same for Slay the Princess. Just great visual novel once again, which this list I noticed delivered quite a bit. Baldur's Gate 3, Game of the Year, most people. I think it still probably is the best one objectively. But, you know, everyone knows. Super Lesbian Animal RPG is low-key. If we're just talking when the game was released, this is my favorite game of 2022. And Max Monster. I hope y'all had a lovely day, by the way. I hope y'all had fun watching this stream. I had fun. If you're watching this on YouTube, obligatory, like, self-shill, subscribe, like, blah, 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 comment if you want to. Well, actually, you know, what are your favorite games of 2023? Probably not going to get a lot of responses to this because small channel and all that. But let me know. You know. And, I hope I'll catch you next time. Let's go raid out into... let's raid out into this person. Alright. I'm going to send y'all over there in just a moment. Y'all have a lovely day. See ya.